This is our first ever fifth wheel toy hauler. It's not the first ever fifth wheel or gooseneck that ATC's made, but it is the first one our toy hauler group has built. And the intent is, we had so many people saying, when are you going to come out with a fifth wheel? When are you going to do this? That we wanted to launch this, and we have limited production slots for this year. We want to show you what it's about. We've tried to listen to a lot of comments, got a lot of Facebook feedback, and I want to walk you through, just kind of show you the basics of the prototype, and also mention some of the things you could change on your orders or however you want to do it. So we know a lot of people have the fat Jeeps with the bigger tires. A lot of people have the sand rails, and this actual opening is 96 inches. It's a clear 8 feet from this here all the way over to this here. So now you're going to be able to get some of the fattest toys legally in our trailer. A lot of people are limited, or they had to take their tires off before they could run it in their units. But we wanted this to be available for sand rails and the big Jeeps with big tires. So that's the first thing, thought through the rear ramp door. Now we have a much taller rear opening. We'll have all the specs on the website, so you can kind of get all the inches and stuff that you like to see. On this particular one, as always, you have an optional happy jack, but now with our extreme height, we're able to offer a double happy jack. In this particular setup, we have a dual happy jack with just the bed on the top, and then these sofas, kind of a nice trick, does have a cup holder in there, but then these will fold over and become one large bed all the way across, as opposed to our traditional sofas make 2 individual beds. This one will make a full bed. Now there are some things to think through with the toys you might have, depending on how wide your toys are. These take up a little bit of space on the inside, or the beds can store here. So you kind of have 3 options with a happy jack now, where you could get it with just the sofas, and that would go all the way up here. You can get it with just a bed, or you can get it like this setup with the sofa and the sofas and the bed. On this particular one, we have the rear screen, which is an option. And now we'll kind of move inside, show you the rest of it. And just like all our other toy haulers, we have a solid aluminum roof or ramp door with absolutely no wood in it. So as you'll see in the pictures and all the stuff that we drove in here today, from a full-size 4-seater Can-Am to Jeep Rubicons, Harleys, nothing's going to mess with our ramp door. If you can fit it in here, you can drive it on that ramp door. So I'm excited to show you some of those pictures later. Kind of moving to the middle of the unit here. Wanted to look at, we also allow the big windows that we had just introduced in our bumper pulls. So we knew this was coming out. We wanted to use some of those same huge windows. You have a really nice black blinds. We don't put the Velcroed plastic over them like you see in a lot of the cheaper toy haulers. And then it's just a slow rise. It'll go right back up on its own. But in this area, we're going to offer 2 different styles, just like we've done in the bumper pulls. So this particular unit has the 4 inches of additional lift. And when you do that on the fifth wheel, what we've decided to do is make these wheel wells drive on. So now, no matter how fat that toy is, you're able to drive right over the wheel wells. It's made to hold just about anything on top of that. So this one has a little shorter wheel well, and it's going to have that drive-on wheel well when you go with that 4 inches additional clearance. If you went with the one without additional clearance, that's where we're assuming you would get a car. A lot of people have been asking just from the pictures, this is an escape door. You'll see it when we load the Can-Am. It works great. This just flips out. Now we're able to just climb out the unit instead of climbing over stuff and that kind of thing. This particular unit, we had added 2 extra cabinets. These can be moved. We'll probably look at, this is a good spot for it down here. We want to talk through with your sales rep or whoever you're working with, what are the toys you're loading in this? We discovered just from the prototype, we could get the Jeep in here, but it made it tough to get out of the Jeep because these cabinets in their way. So that's something we want to think through. If you're going to have a Jeep, we want to make sure the cabinets are as far forward or keeping this area clear where you want to get out of the unit. Kind of a cool thing just for fun, and we think it's pretty functional, is we needed a transition from these pieces of board. So we came up with, in the garage area especially, we've added airline track to the wall. It's not as strong or reinforced. We don't want you tying your bikes to it or your motorcycles. That's still what the floor airline track is for. But this is great for if you get the carpet set. You can see over here we have some race ramps, which are an awesome tool for driving. We're storing them there or up in the storage up above. And that just helps us with getting lower clearance vehicles in. Allowed us to get a Harley in here. with it even being the high lift trailer. So the airline track really becomes functional and allows me to get kayaks or whatever just stored because of the extreme height that we have now in the fifth wheel. Going to move right up to the kitchen. This is an optional countertop. We heard a lot of people say we need lots of cooking space, lots of area to prep, and this actually becomes a great little place to put a couple bar stools. You'll see that in some of our pictures. It allows you to have a whole nother countertop area. And what the beauty of it is, we're always thinking about the toys first. That is our passion. Let's get the biggest, the most toys. So this just flips down. I have a couple pins. They store right underneath here. And that allows you to fold this down. And now, the same as you've seen in our dinettes and all that stuff, this stuff all folds up, moves away. This can actually become a bed as well once I flip that table up. And then allows you to pull toys clear up into here, into the kitchen. You'll see you can put a 2-seater razor up in this kitchen section, and then you can put a 4-seater razor behind it. So again, all about the amazing capacity that we can put in it. Some of the uniqueness over the other toy haulers that we've done is the kitchen's extremely similar, but because of the height, we now have even more storage. If you can get a picture of that, we've made a huge storage area up above the kitchen. Some people are probably going to want to put cargo nets on it or whatever, but we're trying not to waste space and give you great access for storing stuff. If you get the Dinette cabinets in the fifth wheel, now because we have that extra height, you have a whole nother big storage area on top of the two Dinette cabinets. These are all options, but pretty common to see them. Most people get that. We took something pretty cool with the fifth wheel also. I'll give you more countertop space, which we've heard a lot of. This is just a little insert, comes on out. It's the same countertop service as the rest of it, so it's going to match. It allows you to have someplace to cut things up, but you can remove it, get rid of it, and have that massive, huge sink that we went to a beautiful farm sink to have in these units. So that gives you a little bit of the kitchen. One of the differences over the bumper pull is this is an 8-cube fridge. In the bumper pull, they come standard with a 6-cube. Got some waters in there. We got a bigger freezer. And so, again, just went to a little bit bigger. We know you're going to have more people, usually if you have the fifth wheel. One of the options that we came out with is this fireplace. And the next units coming forward, the fireplace is going to be moved up slightly. It's just one of those things we're learning as we build it. But it's an actual working fireplace. As far as it's electric, it'll be electric heater. So as long as you got the gen in or it's plugged in, you'll have a nice fireplace to work with. Moved everything to the center wall, like we've done in the bumper pulls and the new improvements. So you get a lot of the same monitor panels. This one in particular has the water heater, and it has the monitor panel for the battery. 3-season plumbing package, has a gen set, so it's all push button start. We have remotes for the fan. It's got dual ACs, 15,000 ACs are on it. They're all ducted to keep it quiet, keep it working. We did beef up the furnace in the fifth wheel. It's a 35,000 as opposed to 25,000 BTU in our bumper pulls. And now you have an optional 50-inch TV. You got this huge area back here, so we want to put as big a TV as possible, just to allow for everybody to see it, and you just get this big kind of theater effect. So now the beauty of putting the TV up this high is anybody can be working in the kitchen and not interrupt the precious game that's on or whatever's going. So we wanted to put as big a TV as possible. But now we'll head on up to the bathroom and the bedroom, and you can kind of see the rest of it. We did add some nice little lights. I will say too, we're looking at some different carpet colors and stuff like that, so you'll see more of that as we do them. Again, this is the prototype, and we had lessons learned, and but very excited how this turned out. So one of the nice things that we were able to do in the fifth wheel is that from this far forward is no longer extruded floor underneath it, but it's no wood. We assure you that. But it actually allowed us to insulate the bathroom floor and the bunk floor, so it'll help give it a little bit warmer feel. Same shower, same pretty much everything you come to see in our bumper pull. We wanted to keep that big bathroom because that's what we're known for, and people seem to love that. Got a nice little vanity area, cabinets. Got the nice Max Air fan, and a ceramic toilet as always. And now we have all the brushed nickel fixtures from toilet paper holder, towel holders. There's a hook right here. So just a big bathroom. A lot of big guys love toy hauler stuff, and we're kind of shocked at how small the bathrooms are. Didn't change a thing. We still have all aluminum doors made right at ATC, aluminum frame, not a door that you can punch through. You know, it's a very serious solid door with actually even a seal on the bathroom, which is important to a lot of guys. So head on out of the bathroom, we'll head up to the bedroom. Pretty cool feature here. It's kind of hard to see in the camera, but we actually have a pocket door. So this is we got a little latch here to keep it from coming open when you're going down the road. We can close the pocket door, open it back up, makes it just a nice setup. We have a little more space in the fifth wheel, so we don't have the two doors getting interfering, so we were able to put a nice pocket door in here. I'm just over 6'1", right in that range, and so we got 6'1" clear was the goal. We're up in that fifth wheel area. Big, huge bedroom. You got plenty of space to walk around. We got a 2-foot aisle along here. If you got a sick kid or whatever, they can actually throw a cot right here at your feet and hang out with you. We kept, as we've done before, a huge storage area. Got some junk in there now. Even allows access to the fifth wheel if you had to work on it. But it's just another great storage area. Kept the same touch lights like our other units. They just touch right here above your head. And then we have the USB ports on each side, plug-ins. You get all that same storage you're used to in our other units. We did go to a bigger TV in the bedroom here. So now we got a 32-inch TV in the bedroom. That's an option, just like the big 50-inch TV. But you didn't lose, you actually gained more than our front bedroom units. You have a bigger bedroom, plenty of area to walk around. It's just this big, huge room. And this with the big windows, it's so fun to look out, and you can just see forever. You can, from here, we can see the lake, some houses across the lake, through the woods, and it's just gives you that great kind of, I'm up tall and enjoying the view. Do have some dresser closets. Again, all aluminum cabinets built right at ATC. Just incredible structural integrity. And there's a nice coat rod, so you got a huge area to hang coats and shirts and all that. All the metal latches we went to show you, and then another storage compartment down below. But that's it, the big bedroom, big bathroom, and a huge area for all the storage of the toys. So let's take a look outside and show you some of the cool stuff on the outside. We want to walk you outside, get a good view of this impressive fifth wheel. Again, it's an aluminum trailer fifth wheel, a solid aluminum frame. We'll talk about that more in some other videos, but just wanted to give you a visual picture of it. We wanted to keep that same rounded front. People have commented and seem to like on our bumper pulls, but we wanted to blend some of that cool race trailer stuff that ATC does. So it's got a nice hybrid of, if you can kind of come around the side here, we've got a nice hybrid of the sloped roof, so we could get that huge walk-up bedroom, or where you can completely stand up in it. Then our roof slopes all the way down. If you look at it goes back to a really nice, we'll come on over here, David. It goes back to a really nice spoiler in the back, so you get that cool look, but it's also very functional, our spoiler. You're gonna have we got some LED lights in it. You can ride up the ramp door when you're loading if it's late at night. But that spoiler is just a cool look, helps keep the ramp door a little cleaner. But now if you want to pan down here to the side of it, we put some serious extrusion on the bottom, some really nice trim, and we get this nice little drop down fenderette skirting. So it just all looks cool. So we took that blend of RV and race trailer look that we've come to perfect and make look really good. And so it's just a good looking trailer, a big beefy trim on the bottom. This is the prototype, and one thing we want to be clear is all the models going forward are going to be triple 6,000-pound axles, so you actually see 3 axles there. This one we did a tandem 7,000-pound axles, but because we beefed up the water supply, you actually have 2 100-gallon fresh tanks, so you got 200 gallons of fresh, 2 45-gallon waste tanks, bigger LP, we'll show you those in a bit. They're 2 30-pound LP tanks, and still got the 36-gallon fuel tank. So if you fill all those up, that's 2,000 pounds of liquids you can put in it. The trailer came in at about 10,800 pounds, which is extremely light for a 40-foot fifth wheel. But with the capacity here, we're looking at, we'd only put 4,000 or 5,000 pounds in this particular unit. So we wanted to go bigger and better, so there's no limitations. So we have 666s. You'll be able to put about 10,000 pounds in our toy hauler, and it'd be almost impossible to put that much toys in it. So capacity is going to be off the charts with the triple axle. One of the things we've introduced that we've put in our new bumper poles is the flip up step. So this just folds nicely in out of here. It's completely adjustable foot pads, and it's a really easy step to walk in and out of. This door will actually close right over it. You just close that over so you can leave the step out when you're camping, close it in and out, and it just folds over. So that's become a really good function. We've added a really nice handle rail. The TV in the bedroom then can pop out and just slide into here, so you got a nice TV to watch under the awning, enjoy the nice weather. We're going to move towards the front here. Huge storage that we've added to it. You can see through here, it's complete pass-through storage. Access to your batteries. We got access to, this is actually the fuel station ahead of it. But now you got a ton of place to put your whatever you want. We put some nice carpet in there so stuff doesn't slide around. This is just on a nice gas shock. You can close that door up, lock it up. Moving forward, here's the fuel station. And so the beauty of this is I got now 36 gallons at my access to fill up my toys and all the fun stuff you could take in this unit. Again, just can't deny how well built our doors are made. We're gonna look in here. Our standard units are gonna come with power jacks in the front. You can upgrade them to an auto level system. We do have auto level on this one. On this first one, we had electric jacks. We are gonna go to hydraulic jacks, so you'll have a big beefy jack system. So just lessons learned on the prototype. In this area here, we have 30-pound LP tanks. Again, you can take them out, get them filled, but we wanted to up that supply. And we have a beautiful area for a gen. Gen is an option. If you don't get the gen, you just have more storage right there. We're going to walk around to the other side. This is just the other side of the storage compartment. We put a bigger water heater in standard. Now it's a 10-gallon water heater on the fifth wheels. So just a little bit, everything just a little bit bigger, a little more capacity. This one had the optional shower on it. We even have an option of a water spigot. It's not on this unit, but you could take some of that 200 gallons and clean off your toys before you drive them in if you want to. Doesn't matter because our floor can be power washed also. It's a lot of the same stuff that you'd see on our bumper poles that you're used to, but the 50 amp service, cable inlet for your sat dish. One of the cool features on this is the escape door, and you'll see in some of the videos that David did earlier of how nice it makes it to crawl out of stuff. Even the beauty of, I can actually get in here and reach and tie stuff down, whatever I want to do. This is an option, don't have to get it. We'll think through some of your toys and how we want to lay this out. But right now it's set up pretty well for Jeep Rubicon. We might want to make it a taller door. So just things to think through, but we'll go ahead and close that up. Again, another aluminum door built by ATC. You can see the rear jacks. This one had auto leveling system, as I said. If you don't get the auto leveling system, it's just going to have a power jack back here just to stabilize it when you're set up for camp. Walking through the back, you see the patio, and that kind of pretty much walks you through the outside of the unit. It is an impressive unit, fun to see going down the road. Tows great. With the tri-axle, it's going to tow even easier. Currently, we're just towing it with a 350 Ford. Just want to thank you for taking a moment to kind of view our fifth wheel, the prototype that we built. And we built this out of a passion of wanting to make the absolute best toy haulers that have ever been made. We'll show you some of the other features and some of the benefits and all that good stuff in other videos. But if you're interested, we want to get your feedback. We want to hear what it is do you think we need to add to this, what's right about it. We've been listening for a long time, and we feel like we've got something that nobody else really offers. So we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call or check it out from one of our dealers. If you go to aluminumtoyhauler.com, there's a dealer map on there. It'll give you all the phone numbers for all the dealers, and we'd love to hear from you.